Oh, hello there. I am back with another video. Somehow I didn't realize I had not pressed play, and I went through all this and everything. Like, okay. Alright. So this is going to be stanza 111 through 120. Now, this is basically, we're starting to get closer to the end of the stanza. So yeah, so this is 111 through 120 with notes. Okay. It is time to chant from the chanter's stool. By the wells of the earth I was. I saw and was silent. I saw and thought and heard the speech of Hor. Of runes heard I words, nor were counsels wanting. At the hall of Hor, in the hall of Hor, such was the speech I heard. Alright. With this stanza begins the Los Fafnir, stanza 121 to 138. Los Fafnir is apparently a wandering singer who, from his chanter's stool, recites the verses which he claims to have received from Othin. Wells of the Earth, Blissful 19, and note. The earth, the past, is one of the three Norns. The stanza is apparently in corrupt form, and editors have tried many experiments with it, both in rejecting lines as spurious and in rearranging the words and punctuation. It looks rather as though the first four lines form a complete stanza, and the last four had crept in later. The phrase translates the speech of Hor is Hovamol, later used as a title for the entire poem. Alright. Now it begins. I read thee, Los Fafnir, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. Rise not at night, save if news thou seekest, or fain to the outhouse wouldest fare. Lines 1 through 3 are the formula repeated in the most of the stanza, in which Odin preferences counsels with Los Fafnir, and though throughout the section except in stanzas 111 and 138. Los Fafnir represents himself as simply quoting Othin's words. The material is closely analogous to that contained in the first 80 stanzas of the poem. In some cases, except in stanzas 117, 119, 121, 126, and 130. The formula precedes a full 4-line stanza instead of 2 or 3 lines. I read thee, Los Fafnir, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. Beware of sleep on a witch's bosom, nor let her limbs ensnare thee. Such is her might that thou hast no mind. The counsel of men, meeting of men. Meat thou hatest, joy thou hast not, and sadly to slumber thou farest. I read thee, Los Fafnir, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. Seek never to win the wife of another, or long for her secret love. I read thee, Los Fafnir, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. If over mountains of gulfs thou fain wouldest go, look well for thy food for the way. I read thee, Los Fafnir, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. An evil man thou must not let be an aught of ill to thee, for an evil man will never make reward for a worthy thought. I saw a man who was wounded sore by an evil woman's word. A lying tongue his death blow launched, and no word of truth there was. Now, I know this is going to get like really all I'm saying is this hail thee, I read thee. That's the nature of the poem. So just it's going to get really just like I just want to pull my hair out of my head. I read thee, Los Fafnir, and hear thou my reed. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, great thy gain if thou learnest. If a friend thou hast whom thou fully wilt trust, then fair to find him oft, for brambles grow and waving grass of the rarely trodden road. I read thee, Los Fafner, and hear thou my rede. Profit thou hast if thou hearest, gained great thy gain if thou learnest. A good man find to hold in friendship, and give heed to his healing charms. Alright, so that is the video for today. It's just, I know a lot of people can say, can't you just say something else in this poem? No, it's part of the poem. But, as I said, we're getting near the end of Hovamol. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be happy not to hear me say that over and over again. So, yeah. So I'll see you guys around until next time. May you be happy, healthy, most importantly be safe, and held to the gods. Bye.